Alright folks, so today I have a 2003 Mitsubishi Lancer ES. Alright, let's fire it up. Alright, and as you see, starts right up there, and the mileage is 170,568,000 miles. And you can see there's no other lights on except for the SRS light. Now the seatbelt light is because I don't have my seatbelt on, but that's because I'm going to be getting out here in a second. Alright, so let's have a look at the equipment. We do have power windows on this vehicle. It's got a decent level of equipment. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles, but it does have, you know, kind of the basic stuff that's nice. Alright, let's swing it around. Check our rear. Okay, and the driver. Alright. We do have our power mirror switch, so let's start with this one. Alright, you can see that moving. And switch it over to the right side. And you can see that one moving as well. Alright. Of course, your horn and your wiper blades. Alright, so you can see that. Next thing is, let's check our radio here. There you go. So that's coming in pretty good. And it's that time of year. We got to start checking our heat here. Get here. Alright, so what I will do, can't feel it warming up yet, but I'll let it run for a little bit as I walk around the car, and we'll check back in on that, so you don't have to sit here and wait. Alright, it is an automatic. Okay, it is an automatic. There's your handbrake in the middle, which is important because I know a lot of the driver's test for young kids, you got to have that. So if you're looking to get a first car for someone, that might be something to keep in mind. Alright guys, so the next thing we're going to do is step out and have a look at the motor in this vehicle. Alright, it is a 2.0 four-cylinder motor. You can see it right there. And now I'm just going to rev it up and let you guys have a listen to it. Alright, and as you can see, you know, it's kind of that smaller motor, so it'd be good on gas mileage. This is more of a commuter car, maybe like I said earlier, first person, yeah, a kid's first car, something like that. Alright, so there's the motor, and as you see, it sounds pretty good there. Let me close this up. Alright, again, and that's a 2.0 liter four-cylinder. Alright, so now we're going to check our tire depth. Squeeze this in there. That's my little gizmo. Alright. So the first front tire is right at 6/32. Okay. And now we're going to check our rear tire here. And that one's right at 7/32. Alright. And again, this one's right at 7/32 as well. And then our front tire here. Ooh, that hurt. Right on a rock. Alright. And this one's, I'd say it's a little less than 7/32. So we'll say 6 on the front tire, 7 on the back. Just to kind of make it concise for you guys. Alright, so now let's have a look at the interior of the vehicle. Now it's pretty, like I said, everything, it's got basic power options, but everything else, you know, it's kind of your standard non-power stuff, but it's overall in pretty good shape. There is a little bit of staining on the seats. However, there's no real damage anywhere. There's no panels busted up. There's no rips on the seats. Here's a look at our floor. Okay. And our dashboard, which you can see is, you know, in pretty good shape. There's one little spot right there where something kind of chipped out the plastic. But other than that, overall in pretty nice shape, both on the seats, the floor, and, you know, all the plastic paneling and everything. Here's our door. Okay. And our door jamb. pretty good shape in there all the way around. And normally where you'll see anything is maybe a little corrosion down here or on the underside of the door itself. And I'll give you a good look, but there's not much going on there. All right, so let's have a look at the rear. All right, and again, pretty good shape as far as, damage. There's a little bit of staining on, I believe it's on the other side. I don't know if you can see that, but we'll get a better look when we move over there, right there. But overall, pretty clean, pretty nice, decent, interior. All right, and there's the back of the seat and the floor. And I will try to give you a good view of this. You can see a little bit of, I don't even know what to call it, a little bit of damage there. Maybe a little bit of corrosion, but nothing really major there. There's the rest of our door jamb, all the way down and around, and our door panel. Okay. All right, you see everything's intact there, all the plastic, nothing's busted up, and of course the door itself, and it's nice and clear and shiny there as far as the paint goes. There's not any corrosion going on. All right, so let's have a look at our trunk. All right, so there's your trunk. Decent sized trunk space, considering the size of the car. And let's pull this up. And it's even got jumper cables and your jack. And, all the tools you'll need, if you need to put. That looks like yeah, that's a temporary tire. That's not a full-size spare. So that's all, that's all intact. Let's have a look here at the underside of the trunk. See, that's nice and clear, not any corrosion. That's normally where you kind of see it on these trunks. Just right at the edge there. All right. And moving along over to the other side. And this is the spot I was talking about. A little bit of staining. And that's really the extent of any kind of damage on the inside. It's not even damage. It's just, like I said, some staining. There's not any rips or holes or cigarette burns or any of that kind of stuff on the interior of this vehicle. Alright, so here's our door jamb. All the way around. And the door panel itself. And the edge of the door, again, nice and clear. Not any, bubbles or corrosion there. All right, and of course our driver's seat. Pull this out of the way. As you can see, again, a little bit of, staining. Nothing really major going on. Here's our floor. Okay. All right, and our door jambs. Okay, and the door panel itself. There's my floor mat. Alright, down low. And the door itself. Alright, you see maybe a little bit of corrosion there, but nothing major. Get you another look down here, down low. Alright, guys. Alright, well, the sun's not cooperating with me. I'm going to try to give you a pretty good idea on this vehicle. It keeps coming and going. Alright, but we'll start here on the quarter panel. You see a little bit, looks like a little bit of paint and stuff on the front here. And then into the corner panel itself. The paint is in pretty good shape. I don't see any little scratches or dings or dents or anything. Let's move up to the roof. Again, nice and shiny. No real damage up top. There are, just little minor things. I don't know if you guys can even see this. A little ding right there. Excuse me. And then down low, it looks pretty clean. Okay, moving along. Alright, so this side so far is in pretty good shape. One little ding on the door. There's a little, well, that's not even a scratch. It's like a little hairball. Little ding right here by the gas. Alright, and here is our wheel well, nice and clean. Trunk lid. right, got a little scratch right there. All right, and I can show you this part of the bumper. It looks like it's been painted as well. So they probably had some paint damage or something happened and they just blasted it with paint. But let me back up and give you kind of a full view all the way around down low. All right. Okay, and here's where you see a little bit of scratching kind of on this whole panel, just little scratches all over the place. You know, it's nothing major. If you stand 10 feet away from the car, you won't notice it, but I'm just trying to, you know, get you guys a good idea as possible of the vehicle. All right, and here's the roof. All right. Okay, and then moving in, and again, there's some scratches here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Okay, and the wheel well, you see a little bit starting right there. Right down, and again, a couple little scratches here and there. Nothing major. There's not any actually missing paint. Just a little scratch here and there, especially like I said on that door and the rear quarter panel. And then there, of course, is a scratch right there as well, and a little hit right down there. All right, so let's take a look at the hood. All right, guys, and the front bumper. And as you can see, you know, overall, it's a pretty decent looking car, decent inside, decent equipment. So it's something, you know, kind of looking for a cheap car, first driver car, a commuter car, something like that. All right, guys, so next thing we're going to do is take it on the road and see how it runs. All right, folks, so we're going to take this 2003 Lancer, Mitsubishi Lancer out on a test drive now. All right, so I had it running for about 10 minutes. After it warmed up, you know, we just started it right up. And I will say, I told you guys, we'll check back on the heat, and it definitely works. So that's definitely putting out. Don't need that at all, actually, because it's warmed up the car enough. All right, so all I'm going to do is just pull out on the road, accelerate up to about 50, 55 miles an hour. And just be quiet, let you guys kind of hear and get a feel for the vehicle here. Guys, all the way up to about 55 miles an hour. Okay, you see, take my hands off the steering wheel. We're tracking nice and straight down the road. And this heat still definitely works. It's still putting out a little bit. It's making it hot here. But as far as, you know, car shifted all the way up through all the gears. You know, got me up to 55 miles an hour, no problem here. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the way back. I got this person sitting here. Alright, I'm going to try to do the same thing on the way back. Let me find a spot to turn around here. Kind of messed up my routine. That's where I normally turn around, but... All right, and I will say I am hearing a little bit of a clunk in the front left of the vehicle. You know, I'll just let you guys be aware of that. All right, so again. Guys, and again, no problem, all the way up to about 55 miles an hour, nice and straight down the road here. Let me get off this bend. All right, nice and straight. now what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to get in a brake check again across the street from us at our lot. There's a lot that we can use, so let me see. Yep, it's all clear. So I'm going to try to pull in at about 25, 30 miles an hour and just give it a nice hard brake check. All right, so you did, slide a little bit there, but it did stop us, and bring us to a pretty safe stop there. All right, guys, while I'm waiting for this traffic here, I will say, it's a decent ride. I did say it's a little clunky, and it's felt like the left front, or sounded like it, I should say. Also, it may not be the quietest ride ever, but it's not, real bad. Let me be quiet here. You guys can kind of hear it there as we're pulling into the lot. We got a little bit of a pothole. But overall, for kind of what the car is, it's really going to be kind of an inexpensive commuter car. It's going to be good on gas, and it looks decent, all that kind of stuff. All right, so let's give you guys one last recap of everything. There's our mileage: 170,569,000 miles. All right, and it's a 2003 Lancer ES, Mitsubishi Lancer ES. All right. See, the headlights are nice and clear. The body's in pretty solid shape. It does have some dings and dents and scratches, but overall, like I say, standing 10 feet away, a lot of the little scratches you won't see. All right, all matching hubcaps on the car all the way around, and of course for our New Jersey viewers, a good inspection for another year and almost a year and a half, really. So that's something that's nice. All right, folks, thanks for watching. We hope to hear from you soon.